What's up guys, Superstars and Stripes Ball Pythons. I'm going to do an update video on my collection since I haven't done a video in a while. Down here is a 66% possible het candy female bred to a Candino male. She ovulated 2 days ago and has built her nest, so I'm not going to mess with her much. I'm just going to leave her bin open because it's hard to get back in. We're going to move over here. Up here in the top bin is my massive normal female. She's sitting at between 4,000 and 4,500 grams. She is glowing and has, she had ovulated yesterday. So, expecting a clutch out of her. She was bred to a banana before I got her, a black pastel, a specter spider, and once with a pastel banana. But I'm thinking that the specter spider is going to take, which hopefully he will, because I would love to have a specter spider female or two. Go ahead and close that up. Next right here is an albino female. She was bred to a Candino male, so hoping for some Candinos, hopefully a couple females. She is a really high contrast albino, so I'm hoping that transitions or transfers over to her offspring, just as he is a really dark Candino. So I definitely went for quality in that pairing. Down here at the very bottom is one that I'm definitely not going to even touch. She is a Harlequin Lemon Blast, so a 3-gene animal. She is sitting at 3,000 to 3,500 grams, and she was bred to a Specter Spider. She ovulated a while ago and has a ridged back, so I'm thinking that she's going to be laying soon. She already had her pre-lay shed. So now we're going to go over here to where most of the snakes are. I'm going to open this one first and just go one by one. This is a Bumblebee 66% pos het pied female. She is at 1,500 grams and will be going to a cinnamon pied male whenever both of them are ready later this year or next year. I definitely could breed her. I could put the pastel banana to her, but I'm not going to breed just to make stuff. I definitely want to go for specific animals. So I don't want to make her breed when it's not worth doing. So I'm going to go ahead and move her over. Next right here is another female, another breeding size female. This is a pastel genetic stripe. She is very alert. And she's pushing up against me and everything because she's been breeding and she's definitely had an attitude since then, but won't refuse a meal, so that's probably the best part about her. Genetic stripe has gone down a lot in value, but I think that it makes such gorgeous combos, and I don't think it's worth just putting aside genes just because no one's willing to pay for them. I think if you enjoy the look of an animal, you should go ahead and try to reproduce it, because they will always sell. So you might as well go with what makes you happy rather than what everyone else is doing, because the hype train isn't always what you want to follow. A lot of times you just want to go with your gut. So next here is the Candino male. Or no, sorry, this is the Specter Spider male and pastel banana. So I'll go ahead and move him over. Here's the pastel banana male. He was breeding the pastel genetic stripe. Hopefully I'll hit a super pastel banana het genetic stripe male out of that, because it would be het genetic stripe, so hopefully take that, breed it back, and get some banana genetic stripe combos. This male, the Specter Spider, has definitely had his work put out for him breeding the Harlequin Lemon Blast. Hoping for the 5-gene animal, the Specter Spider Harlequin Pastel Pinstripe. Or, what I'm mainly hoping for though, not necessarily the 5-gene animal, but hopefully at least 2 female Pinstripe Specters or Pinstripe Specter combos, just for breeding purposes, to at least have some yellow belly complex females. Go ahead and put them back in here. Next is a trio of younger animals. And here is my Arroyo trio, consisting of, well, it's a 1.2 trio, 1 male to 2 females. So I guess I'll go ahead and show the male first. He is a pastel Arroyo male. Just a beautiful animal. He's been on mice for a while. Just last week he took a rat, so he hasn't been growing fast at all. Same with this girl. She was on mice for a while and just took a rat. Seems like everyone's switching over to rats and frozen thawed now. I don't have a problem with feeding live. I just find it that I would much rather feed rats than mice, but live is never a problem as I have a provider close to me for those. So here she is. She's an Arroyo pastel pinstripe, very much like the Harlequin Lemon Blast, except not as reduced, and instead she has a different patterning. It's not so much just a reduction of patterning, it's more so just switching it up a little bit, whereas Harlequin is a complete reduction of pattern. Here is here's the third female, or not the third female, but the third in the trio, second female, and she is a fire pinstripe Arroyo, so an Arroyo fire pin, another 3-gene female. She has been on frozen rats for a couple months now, and she is just gorgeous. Really cannot wait to pair her up, hoping to get a vanilla combo male to put to her, to make some vanilla cream combos, hopefully a vanilla cream pinstripe, just because the pinstripe gene is so amazing, and I love how vanilla creams look. So really happy with this trio here. The Arroyo gene is a pattern reduction gene, and it's also a codominant gene, so there's a super form called the Rio, which just takes even more patterning out and makes it a very striped animal. Those 3 snakes are from Anthony Neves of 360 Morphs. Check him out on Facebook. He's got a lot of amazing animals, and he still has more Arroyo animals left, I believe, from this year. If not, he should have some pretty soon. Here's the third snake, well, third to last. Candino male, a very, very rich colored Candino male. I traded a Candino spider female for him, and I'm definitely happy with that trade just because of the quality of this male. I have yet to see a Candino male as rich in color as him, and I've had people say he looks to be pure candy. So I cannot wait to see the quality of Candinos that come out of him, and hopefully the candies when bred to the 66% Pos Het candy. So he's just an amazing male to have. I may be getting rid of him, but I may also keep him to breed him to one of my females to make more candies. The Pastel Banana and Spectre Spider male, I am going to be selling them just because I don't need them for breeding anymore, since all the females that they bred to are pretty much completely done. They've either ovulated or are so far into it that it's not that big of a deal if I don't have them anymore. Here is just a cinnamon pied male. I say just a cinnamon pied because those are the only 2 genes in them. Because I know a lot of cinnamon pieds, or at least most of them, 90+% of them, only have pattern on the head or maybe one small blotch of a solid brown color. But on him, he's got his head with pattern, and he's got patterning all over him. This one area right here is pretty much solid, but up at the front with that, it's almost like a neon color, and a lot of markings along his neck. And then also near his tail, he's got some markings here on this section. Just a beautiful animal. He has 3 females for him this upcoming season. He's got the Bumblebee 66% Pos Het pied, the 100% Het pied, and then also the final female that I'm going to show. But I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up a different male for this female or if I'm going to go with a double recessive project. So here is definitely my favorite snake that I have. This is a Candy Spider Possible Candy Bumblebee. And to me, she looks like she's carrying the pastel gene, which would make her a candy bumblebee. She is just really light, and her head is just completely solid. She's not wanting to cooperate, so I'm going to go ahead and put her back in here. But she's just a beautiful, beautiful snake. The candy gene is by far my favorite. The candy gene and the pinstripe gene are my two favorites. Hoping to make a candy pinstripe in the years to come. But she is just amazing in coloration. Under a black light, her head pattern resembles that of a bumblebee, much more so than a spider, as it has 2 rows of just dots on her head rather than some more solid webbing. So I'm really thinking she's going to prove out, and if she does, then I'll definitely be extremely happy, because that's 2 genes plus a recessive. So putting anything to her, hopefully a 3+ gene male to make a 5+ gene het, that will definitely be a cool pairing to come. Or putting the cinnamon pied to her to make some double hets, some hopefully pewter bee double het candy pieds. But she is sitting at 1,100 grams, and with the way she eats, she'll be ready for this season easily in November. So that's the last part of my collection, just this female. So I'll go ahead and end on these 2. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll give another update soon once females start laying or I notice more ovulations. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.